Okay, in our last conversation, I brought up this case. I want you to see the thickness of this case. Now, they'll tell you in federal court you're not supposed to have more than 50 pages. This is well over 50 pages. And in this court case that you can pull up, the court case number is 220CV00321. And that's filed again in the District Court of Utah.
We'll make it available on the link below
We'll make
the
it
video.
available on the link below, yes. Everything that you need to know about how this all took place is in this. What this is about is the idea that a foreign corporation, in the case of Utah, in the case of California, the foreign corporation state of incorporated California or Utah has any authority to circumvent the Constitution. The Constitution body of law is American common law, not statutory law. Statutory law comes in under the Constitution/bylaws for the corporation. It's got no standing at all, period, end of discussion. And they know it. You are the ones that don't know. Because you think, because you went to public, i.e. government-controlled schools, that this is correct, and it is not correct. It is a lie. Just like, give you an example, the public road. It is not a public road. It is a private road owned by we the people, not by the public, i.e. government. Public means government, holding public office, government office. Now that I brought that up, let me talk to you about government offices. I'm sure that everyone out there, and hopefully some of you are attorneys, because I really want to talk to you, you lying bastards. Here's the deal about attorneys. Anyone that holds a bar card is a member of the state bar, i.e. King's Bar. They gave up their citizenship to the American Republic the minute they signed on to the bar. They have no standing in the American Republic. And they are refused by the 13th Amendment to holding public office, i.e. government office. That means judges that have membership. That means congressmen that have membership. That means anybody that ever belonged to a state bar has no standing in the Republic of the United States. They're foreign agents. Did they ever tell you that? Hell no. Statutes are not law. They're color of law under Title 42. Did they ever tell you that? Hell no. Because they have spent over 150 years lying to you. Honest Abe was anything but honest. You may think I'm wrong. You may think I'm a crackpot. That's fine. You go ahead and think that. But I'll bring you up to this. This is an answer. The Attorney General of the state of Utah entered a motion to dismiss my lawsuit in Utah. And one of the things that was they forgot to talk about was the 13th Amendment. And many people think, well, that know anything about the 13th Amendment will say it's a missing amendment that was never ratified. The only problem with that is, right here in this, that is recorded with the court, you can look it up. It says, okay, you hold it. If you notice, got it? You're reading it? Okay, it says,
They can pause the video and read it.
Okay, right? Pause the video and read it if you want. But you can look this up if you want to contact the court of the Utah federal court. You can look it up. But I'm going to read the title to you. It says, United States of America, State of New Hampshire, in the year of our Lord 2013. This was March of 2013. An act recognizing the original 13th Amendment to the United States Constitution. that was properly ratified in 1810 and 1812. Why do you think they tried to burn down Washington during that period of time? They were trying to get rid of this record. And let me read to you, I won't read you the whole law that New Hampshire published, but they recognized and amended their state constitution accordingly. Anybody that lives in New Hampshire probably knows this. I'm going to read to you what the organic, original, ratified 13th Amendment actually says. It says, if any citizen of the United States shall accept, claim, receive, or retain any title of nobility, honor, or shall without the consent of Congress accept, retain, and any presents, pension, office, or of any kind whatever from an emperor, king, prince, foreign power, such person shall cease to be a citizen of the United States and shall be incapable of holding any trust or profit under any of them or either of them. In other words, if you accept a title of nobility, esquire, from a king's bar, the king's bar, which is what the bar is, it is not a legal license. It is just a membership to a foreign bar, the king's bar. And every one of you bastard attorneys know that. And you have no standing because you're not U.S. citizens. You gave up your citizenship when you accepted the bar. And this is the law, constitutional law, ratified. You have no standing in this country. You should be deported to Guantanamo Bay because you're committing an act of treason against the Constitution. And every law enforcement officer that is not defending the Constitution and is supporting this foreign corporation also deserves to be in prison for treason against the Constitution. The Constitution of the United States, 1787, is the law of the land and cannot be subverted by a lie, a forgery, fraud. They committed an act of fraud in 1871 and forced every state to follow suit. The corporation, look it up, the state you live in, it says it was incorporated at some point. That means it's a foreign government. It's foreign and contrary to the Constitution of the United States. Look it up. It's time for the American people to be informed. I lost 42 of my brothers that were in defense, supposedly, of this document. The blood of my brothers paid for this document. And for anyone that has any military background, I am issuing you a suggestion. Might say it's an order. I'm a retired colonel. All hands on deck. You took an oath. It's about time that you defended that oath here and now. These people burning down our cities, these people rioting in the streets, they want to overturn this republic. It is not a democracy. It is a republic. It is not from demon. My way of saying democracy is demonocracy. Mob rule plus one. That's not how it works. The state of Utah, the state of California, every county, every city, they're a foreign corporation. Look it up. Corpus Juris Secundum, Section 19, Section 20. It states that a corporation is a foreign corporation. They have no standing against the Constitution. Even in an emergency, the Constitution cannot be usurped. You cannot suspend the Constitution even if it was an emergency. They're saying they want mandatory masks. They can't do it. They have no right to do it. I applaud the woman in Florida that went into the city council and served every one of them with papers saying they were committing treason. I would love to get in touch with that woman. She quoted it perfectly. Every single thing they do. You have the right to travel. Did you know that? They can't take your right away and then grant it back to you as a privilege. Can't happen. Look up the Hobbs Act. To show you how important this is, I turned in this paper, which is an answer to their motion. The Attorney General of the state of Utah is trying to have the case thrown out. And I put in this paper. And right on the very top of it, right here, it says, right there, constitutional crisis. Why? Because they're trying to usurp their foreign corporation constitution/bylaws to usurp the Constitution of our republic, the Constitution for the United States of America, 1787, not the Constitution of 1871. That's the foreign bylaws. I hope you people are paying attention, because this is where the deep state comes from. And anybody that's an attorney should be arrested. If you are a sheriff in any county, you took an oath supposedly to defend the Constitution. So damn it, go out and defend the Constitution. Any attorney that's walking the street should be arrested on the spot because they're foreign agents failing to register, and their motive is to destroy the United States of America by supplanting the Constitution and enforcing their statutory foreign rules and regulations upon we the people. We never ratified the change from a republic to a corporation. And if you think I'm being passionate about it, you have no idea. I served 35 years in Black Ops Special Operations. No record of me exists. That's a fact. Why? Because nobody ever wanted to know what I did. Trust me, I wish I didn't know what I did. But you of this country need to understand, we are at a crossroads. If we don't stand up now, then we have no right to complain. We have no right to cry about what's about to happen, because we're standing by doing nothing. Evil exists when good men do nothing. I'm telling you, I'm ordering you, I'm begging you, anybody that has a military background, anybody that took an oath, anybody that loves this country, and I'm not talking about the democracy, I'm talking about the republic, anybody that loves this country, anybody that had a fallen brother that spent their blood defending this paper had better get up off their ass and had better move. It is a call to arms. It is a call to stand up and do the right thing. All hands on deck. We are in a confrontation that will cost us the very fabric of this country. So you better pay attention. I am available 24 hours a day. Anybody that wants to ask me a question, anybody that wants to challenge me. I've run many operations. I have lost many brothers, and there's one good fight left in me. I've taken on the entire state of California, and now I'm taking on the state of Utah. I'll take on your state if they come against me. I don't give a damn. Even if it's only one man standing, I'm the last man standing. And if you don't understand that, then I feel sorry for you. For those that understand, Semper Fi. Hoorah. Time to stand. My biological father was a DI in the Marine Corps before W2. And the one thing he taught me a lot of things, but the one thing that he taught me above all else, no matter what, right, wrong, or indifferent, you stand. You took an oath, then stand. It is now time to stand. Stand against what they're trying to do. The reason they don't like Mr. Trump is because he's not a member of the bar. Think about it. Kennedy was not a member of the bar. What'd they do to him? Reagan was not a member of the bar. What'd they try to do to him? Now Trump. Look at all these people in Congress. And by the way, all of the representatives from the state of California have been served this document because they're all committing an act of treason. So 58 or 59, how many ever it is, of the state of California representatives to the House have no business in office. And they're part of this lawsuit. Look it up. Go pull that case number. You can pause the other video and you can see the case number. Go look it up. You're welcome to sign on to this case. It's open. I left it open to, 5 million John and Jane Does? So I can add up to 5 million people to this lawsuit. Read it. Understand it. This is all hands on deck. We are in it. The shots have been fired. When you can get a man from, Antifa, walk up to a Trump supporter and kill him, cold blood kill the guy. What do you think that is? Don't be foolish. Don't think that this is just another political thing. We are engaged in a fight, and the people that are behind this are people like Soros. Soros has got, I believe, 5 or 6 warrants out for his arrest in 5 or 6 different countries. He's a neo-Nazi. He was one of Hitler's youth, and he's paying for Black Lives Matter. What really gets me is you look at the Black Lives Matter protests. You rarely see any blacks in it. It's all white millennials that have been brainwashed by the stupid universities we send them to, and we're paying for those universities to brainwash our children, to tell them that the United States has got nothing good. And if it wasn't for the United States, if it wasn't for us for the last 100 years, we wouldn't have anything in this world. This world would have gone to the dogs 100 years ago. The only thing that stands against evil is this country and we the people. We the people are the power, and we the people are the citizen authorities even over the military. And you military officers, and I'm talking to you people in the JAG, and I'm talking to you people that you colonels and generals and the rest of you. You took an oath to defend the Constitution, so get up off your ass and do it. You know damn good and well what's going on. You know what the cost is. We were called by President Trump last February. He said there was an invasion of the border. That means that the military is on alert. When you see protesters, you go out, you get your uniform back on, you go back to work. It doesn't matter if you're getting paid or not. You took an oath. Damn it, defend the oath you took. There's no expiration date. I dare any of you to show me an expiration date. I looked, there ain't one. I swore my life, my blood, my honor on protecting this Constitution, protecting this republic. And if you ain't man enough to do it, or woman enough to do it, then you should resign from your position today. Every single one of you that is not standing up and declaring this state of emergency needs to resign from your office. You generals, you colonels, you soldiers, your sergeants, whoever you are. If you're not going to prepare to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States, you're in violation of your oath, and you should be ashamed of yourself. You are a disgrace. That is not the Corps that I grew up with. Not the Corps that I was trained by. You SEALs, you were specially trained. I know, I was at Coronado years ago. I know how you were trained. I know what the sugar cookie is. I know what you went through. That's supposed to have meant something. Sure, you went out to foreign countries, you went out to foreign lands, and you defended the United States when you were called to duty. Well, guess what? You're still called to duty, and you're called to a more sacred duty today than you ever were. I'm sorry if you think I'm not trying to offend you. I'm trying to wake you up to understand what's happening. We are now engaged in the very fight of our existence. These people that are protesting, that are burning down Portland and all these other cities, and that are killing people, all in the guise that they're supposed to be mainstream media saying they're peaceful protests. What's peaceful about pulling out a gun and killing somebody in broad public? I mean, what is that? Or burning down a building. Or the news commentator that says it's a peaceful protest when Portland is burning down behind him. Every city council, everybody on that city council, every county council, the very Congress. Black Lives Matter, Matt, everybody's afraid. So what? I don't give a shit. Black lives don't really matter too much to blacks because they've aborted 39,000 of their own babies. So obviously black lives don't matter too much. They abort babies faster than most people change socks. Now, just for those that are going to be really upset because I said that, many of my brothers that shed their blood on the field of honor were black, were Asian, were Catholics and Jews and Protestants. None of that mattered. The only thing that mattered was we were there to defend our republic. We were there as brothers in arms, laying down our lives for one another for a common good. It's about time we get up off our ass here in this country and stand for the common good. We have a republic government, not a democracy. You police officers, you sheriffs, you better go back and look at what you took an oath to protect and defend. If you took an oath to protect and defend the corporation, then resign from your position because you're guilty of treason. You want to argue with me? Come to my home, we'll have an argument. But be prepared, because I will not go quietly into that good night. I have too many brothers that I owe my very life for. They paid the ultimate price. It says in the Bible, it says no love is greater than that of a brother laying down his life for a friend. I have many brothers that shed their blood that allowed me to be here. And I may be the last man standing, apparently, because nobody else seems to want to get up off their ass and go and fight for this republic. I've put my name on this, and I'm the only one that's standing up. And I've faced down the state of California. I'm facing down the state of Utah. I don't give a damn what state it is. You states, you governors, you mayors, you city council people, you want to pick a fight? Come see me. I am standing. And what I'm standing on is the Constitution. I'm going to shed every last drop of my life and blood to defend what I took an oath in 1968 to do. And if you're not man enough to do it, then you should resign from being an American, because that's what we're called to do. And I'm sorry if you think I'm just being argumentative, but it's time that people understood what's really at stake. You've been lied to for 150 plus years. And I dare anyone to respond. I will see and meet anyone that wants to talk about this. Obviously, I filed it in the state of California. I filed it against the state of Utah, and I'm taking them on. Tell you how really funny it is. When I filed my response, this one to the Attorney General of the state of Utah, filed a motion to have this case dismissed. So I filed this motion and it says here, motion, demand, order to dismiss, strike, defendants, foreign corporation, state of Utah, motion to dismiss. And when they received their copy, they asked for the court for an extension of time because they didn't know how to answer this thing. You mean to tell me the Attorney General of the state of Utah ain't got lawful knowledge enough to answer my response? And what I say in the response, they got no standing. They're agents for a foreign corporation. They can't stand in Article 3 court. They're not citizens of the United States, so they have nothing to say. And when they do bring something, it's hearsay. The thing I asked the judge, let me tell you about the first question I asked the judge, because he's a bar-carrying a member of the bar. So what I got to ask the judge? On page I think it's page 6 of this paper, or 6.
Brother, we need to invite everybody to help us spread this video out. Share it on your social media.
Okay, do I still have time to do this?
Well,
There's two questions?
You can.
Okay.
it's fine.
First question. I'm asking the judge. I'll read it. First question is the standing of this court. Is this a court of record or a court of hearsay? If it's a court of record, then they can't take the motion from the Attorney General, the alleged Attorney General, because he wasn't there when the event took place. So he's not a witness to the event. So it's hearsay. Never mind the fact that he's an agent for a foreign corporation giving up his citizenship, 13th Amendment, of being a citizen of the United States of America. So then he has no standing in an Article 3 court. Circuit rider to be present. Then the second question. The judge took an oath to protect and defend the Constitution. My question is, which Constitution? The 1871 corporate Constitution or the 1787 Constitution for the Republic? I don't care which one he wants to pick. Just pick one. And I actually write in here, where is it? Second question. Right here. It says right there, pick one. Here, see, it says pick one. I don't care which one you pick, just pick one. Now, if the judge picks that he was supposed to defend and protect the corporate constitution, he's got no business being on a bench. Never mind the fact if he has a bar card, if he was ever a member of the bar, he's not a citizen of the United States anyway, and he has no business being on a bench. But I'll give a little bit of room because we do need to have somebody supposedly sitting on a bench. But he better, if he does have a bar card, he better resign and renounce his departure from the United States and ask forgiveness of the American people because he's been promoting corporate bylaws for all of his career that are color of law and fraudulent. This is a constitutional crisis. We are about to lose this republic. If you don't get it, shame on you. Next.
Thank you, brother. We'll leave you guys with these and more information coming up. Stay put.